Okay, last but not least, we have Pisces rising and sun. This new moon in Aquarius is happening in your 12th house on February 9th. 12th house new moons are interesting because the 12th house is the most hidden, not the most hidden part of our chart. That's the 4th house, but the most, I guess, psychologically hidden, the most unaware. It is the most subconscious of the houses, most out of our, conscious mind. So, whenever we have a new beginning here, it often tends to be on the more energetic or spiritual plane. What's interesting is that oftentimes new beginnings in the 12th house can actually disguise themselves as endings or releasing of things, and things that feel like we are making peace with the past, where we are accepting and surrendering our present circumstances, where we are trying to rebuild our energy because we're in a phase when the sun and moon is in this house. We're in a phase of energetic decline in a way, and conservation, maintaining one's energy. So yeah, I really get the sense that this is not the normal kind of new moon experience where it's like, yeah, I had this new thing happen. It's more like closure, endings, peaceful resolutions, coming to terms with things, releasing things energetically. And something I'm seeing also is really viewing things from a new perspective with this Hanged Man. And that's really important because this new moon is making a square to Uranus in the 3rd house. So this new beginning, this peace of mind, this resolution, or, coming full circle with something, releasing attachments to something, all of the things I just described are only going to be possible once we have made changes to the way that we think about something, or to our decisions. Like we are finally having some kind of realization that helps us inform an important decision, or we are needing to have very clear communication about something, and again, those decisions. But I think for most of us, with that Hangman starting off this reading, it's going to be really about you guys having some kind of complete overhaul in the way that you've thought about something, the way that you've considered something. And that is what's going to liberate your mind, give you the peace of mind. Because often the cycles of suffering, samsara, I think it is, where we're on this track of suffering, it's because our mind is replaying things. We're stuck in these patterns, these types of typical responses or ways of looking at things. 9 of Wands. Yeah. It's like there's something in your life that I feel like you've been enduring. There's something that's been difficult that you've been like putting up with, that you've been enduring. Maybe you're working really hard or really tired. Maybe there's some situation relationally that's been really tiring for you. I definitely see that with Saturn in your 1st house, opposite Black Moon Lilith in the 7th. There's definitely something going on in terms of maybe feeling like you're down on yourself, or relationships. Maybe you are having some issues come up in those areas of your life and feeling a little exhausted by it. And if it's not relationships with other people, at least it's your relationship with yourself, where there's certain elements of it where either your mind or your body, or something about your energy right now could feel a little bit heavier, could feel a little bit more insecure or uncertain. And that definitely could affect your relationships for a lot of you. But at the very least, it's going to affect your well-being. And so there's something about you where I feel like you've been in this state of enduring something, moving in some uphill battle, maybe even physically. And it's time to start looking at your situation through a different lens, because I think your way of communicating, your way of making decisions, your way of perceiving things is maybe inaccurate, or it's not serving you, or it's been really rigid and stuck. And it's important to shake that loose and see things with truth, see things with clarity, get this new perspective in order for you to realize that there is more peace on the other side of that. Because your current kind of dogged approach with this 9 of Wands, this enduring of what you're doing, this way of looking at yourself, this way of treating yourself, this way of looking at others, this way of treating others, this way of communicating, whatever it is, it's not sustainable. It's not working. Something about it isn't even accurate. And so it's time to free yourself from the emotional burden of this perspective, of this story that you might be telling yourself. It's time to free yourself of that. With Mars in the 11th house, I'm telling everybody, wherever we have Mars, and obviously Venus, because it's right there next to Mars at this time, wherever we have Mars in our chart right now, which is in your 11th house, is where the work is. So for you, the work is in the area of your relationships, your friendships, your community. So there's something about other people in your life, and you, when I say the work, this is what I mean, like taking action. So if you've been having if you've not been seeing your friends, it's time to see your friends. If you've been having issues with friends, it's time to make amends with those people. If you have been like isolating yourself a little bit too much, it's time to reach out and ask for support. It's okay to isolate a little bit. With a new moon in the 12th house, our energy becomes quite introverted. We need more time alone, especially as a Pisces. That's okay. But I feel like you need to also be around other people that are your support system, and take action to put yourself out there within reason while still feeling like, okay, I have this time to recuperate. So, yeah, it's just this feeling of like, maybe there's actions that you can take to, yeah, just like connect. I feel like connect with people, or, goals that you have. But I think for most of you, it'll be people in your life that can be this strong support system for you, so that you're not just like doing this all on your own. Because I think that will, it's almost like you're not gonna, it's easier to get a perspective shift when we're really taking in information from other people and not just ourselves. I wonder if some of you are like gonna go like have some kind of, I don't know, I feel like some of you guys might be having relationship issues with the Queen of Cups, the 5 in reverse, the 5 of Swords upright, 2 of Cups in reverse. This is definitely giving me the feeling of like relationship issues with somebody in your life, or maybe if you have a partner, then your partner, a friend, a relative. I guess it doesn't really matter. What's important here is that your emotions are a little out of whack, and I feel like the ability to come back into union has not been quite so easy. There's a little bit of tumultuous energy with the 5 of Swords, combative, conflicting energy. And I think that's really what has disrupted your peace. But with the Ace of Pentacles, there's an ability to have a fresh start here. And that's what this new moon in the 12th house is saying. You can reset things either in your relationship by resolving this, again, looking at things from their perspective. Because I think a lot of this is with the Hangman. I feel like you guys need to change the way that you're communicating or looking at the situation, because it's leading to the conflict, and it's leading to things being hard and being heavy. It's almost like, what if I chose to think something that was more supportive? What if I chose to think something that made the situation easier? Ask yourself what that thought would then be. Because I almost feel like you're choosing to think or look at something through a lens that is leading you to suffering, and that might not actually even be true. So we have a lot of ability to shape our reality through our own thinking. And I think you are choosing to invest in thoughts that are not helpful for you, or you're choosing to say things to your partner or your friend or whoever this is that are perpetuating the issue. So now it's time to break that, have some change up in that area, so that you can have a new beginning, and settle into a little bit more peace. I really feel like, again, your community, your network online, finding groups of people who've maybe been through similar things, finding a mentor, coach, finding friends, people to talk to about this can be really helpful. And not just people who are going to validate and reaffirm your perspective. Because again, I'm really seeing that it's like you need to break the scaffolding of your mind and reorganize it to make more sense for peace, for prosperity, for gentleness, for compassion, for bringing people together. There's something about your existing scaffolding that might be leading you towards discord or strife, or feeling uncertain about things, feeling a lot of self-doubt, feeling a lot of insecurity, feeling really heavy. And again, we need people to help us challenge our beliefs, challenge our perspectives, hear new information, let new things in order for us to reorganize our mind in a more supportive way. Okay, I feel like with Jupiter in your 3rd house, sextiling Saturn in the 1st, once you're able to grow your mind and see from new perspectives, it's really going to help you reaffirm your self-concept in a positive way. It's going to bring that security. It's going to help you grow as a person through that challenge of being met with the difficult part of it, right? Let me see. What are the blessings Pisces will get as a result of doing this? Seven of Swords in reverse. There's something that I feel like you guys have been running from, maybe this is going to look different for some of you guys. Maybe some of you guys, there's some issues around deception, betrayal, cheating, secrets, scandals, things that are, have been hidden from you. And this could be within your own energy. This could be within your partner's energy, within a friend's energy. This doesn't have to be the case. I'm going to give more than one example. But if that's the case, then the result of this Pisces new moon is bringing those things to light, seeing those things clearly for the first time, and having the truth come to the surface. So there is no more lies. There is no more cheating. There is no more scandal. It's all laid out. It's like, this is what's really been going on. So the truth being revealed. Another thing is like lying to ourselves, sneaking around. Yeah. And I think that's definitely a huge thing with this is like, what's the truth for yourself about how you feel, about what you want, where you want to move in your life. And when you're able to awaken the way that you're looking at things from new eyes, you're able to actually access your own truth and surpass maybe or bypass some of the coping mechanisms that could have been used to push down your truth or lie to yourself about what you're really feeling or thinking. It's like, no, let's bear all either in myself, about other people, or even about myself. So it's either happening within yourself or within the relationship that the truth is going to be freed. And that's one of the biggest gifts from this new moon, is that there's no more hiding things. Everything is becoming clear. Everything is becoming released. All right. What else do we need my Pisces to hear? This seems like a really big message. What are you guys going through? Please comment down below what you're going through, because I'm curious now. Okay. I pulled observe, perceive, and scrutinize. She who sees. Yes. I feel like you guys, this is a big message. Okay. I feel like you guys have been in a state of perceiving and scrutinizing and observing things through one lens, and that lens is not accurate. There's something about it that's not accurate. It's either the fact that you are not seeing the full picture and you're lying to yourself, or that person is lying to you about the situation, or you are looking at it inaccurately and seeing things that aren't there, and you are seeing it through biases and judgments and fears and wounds, and that is making your observations inaccurate. So there's something about your perception that needs to change, the truth to be revealed in all cases, in all scenarios, and that is what's truly going to give you real peace and a reset in your life, in your psyche, in your relationships, and profound healing. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Before you sign off, I wanted to let you know that I'm changing my brand name to Cosmic Clarity Astrology. And if you don't want to miss that, because I'll be changing up the images and obviously the name. So if you don't want to miss that, then definitely subscribe to my email list, which I will link down below. And thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Please comment what you're going through, because I'm really curious here, Pisces. It seems like a little bit tumultuous. So I'm definitely wanting to know. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and have a great day. Bye.